It's Sunday night, and you know what that means. What? Wait, what? No, that's Wednesday.
It's AFW After Dark, and we're going to do
Monday morning for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And we are going to do a Revolution review. EVP Joe.
Hit that music.
Oh, yeah.
Clear for takeoff.
That's all systems go. We need that AFW logo up. Stat.
You're watching the AFW Network.
Holy smackamoles. It's Wednesday. It's Sunday night. I was going to say it's Wednesday night. It's Sunday night. Welcome to this month's edition of the AEW pay-per-view After Dark. That happens to be Revolution. We just finished watching it.
Now, JFB, we're calling any ones that aren't Wednesday night AFW After Dark.
AFW After Dark. That is right. So before we get into the Revolution review, I have to start the introductions. I am, of course, the Chief Shenanigans Officer. I am we've had 192 days without an incident at AFW Network headquarters, which is a new record. I am, of course, the almighty JFB, James from Boston.
And I am, of course, your Canadian hero, the patron saint of professional wrestling, that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada effing dry, damn it.
Yeah.
And who wants some church juice?
Wardrobe change.
Yeah.
Who wants some church juice?
My God.
Our juice tastes so good.
Yeah.
It covers the taste of poison.
Yeah. It does.
That's how good it is.
Look, we're not saying there is poison.
Yeah.
We're just saying it would cover it. That's all.
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, you wouldn't even know. You have no idea. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, gentlemen below me?
It's me. It's me. It's that EVP. And JFB, you know why AFW has gone 192 days shenanigans free?
Why's that?
Because AEW used them all tonight.
Yeah. It was shenanigans. Let's put it this way. One of the questions on our prediction should have been number of ounces of blood you think will be sold in this pay-per-view.
What's crazy is the only blood question is like, is Mox going to bleed? No.
No. What I find very interesting was I've seen horror movies with less blood shed than what was shed in the women's match, the women's world championship match.
Let's find out our fourth for tonight.
Yeah.
We're going to get Helen's Roll-O-Matic 5000. Let's roll the dice. Let's see who it is. How is it going, you Mountain Dew drinking bitch?
I don't have a Mountain Dew tonight, actually.
Oh,
did you drink some today, though?
No.
Oh, Mountain Dew free.
I have double cola tonight.
What kind of cola?
Double cola. It's just called double cola.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard of this, EVP Joe?
No.
Must be a Tennessee thing, right?
It must be.
I live in Tennessee.
Double cola?
I don't know. It's a rare drink. Like, it's barely seen in stores anymore. And, like, it's just...
Now, I just want you to know this is about you, Tiffany.
Screw off, Shane. Go on somewhere else.
Now, rumor is you used to work for Willy Wonka.
No.
Oh, that's not true.
No, those rumors are false. It's rumors.
You know what's funny is that so I'm doing my rounds. I'm an outreach worker. I'm doing my rounds, and we're going by this microbrewery. And we see these what look like little people in this microbrewery. And we're like, Is this freaking Oompa Loompas working in a microbrewery? We're like, so a couple weeks later, we were like, let's go see if the Oompa Loompas are there.
Yeah.
And sure enough, there they are walking. And we're like, we got to take a closer look.
Yeah.
And so we look in, and there's a step down. So that just looks like they're little people working.
Oh, man. Deceived. Let's get into the pay-per-view. Los Angeles, California, what's remaining of it, because most of it is on fire. Cryptocurrency arena was not on fire, but what was happening inside was a 20 alarm inferno. We start the day off with Commander and Hologram teaming up against.
Do we want to skip the pre-show?
I mean, do you want to skip the pre-show?
I think let's skip the pre-show.
Yeah, I didn't watch until AJ.
Because it didn't really. I do want to talk about Chris Jericho and Gravity though, because I thought that was brilliant.
I thought it was brilliant as well. I did not know that Bandito and Gravity were brothers. I had no idea
either.
And this is brilliant because he rips off Gravity's mask and he's hearkening back all the way to his WCW days when he ripped it off of Juventud Guerrera.
Yep, absolutely. With the back.
I thought this was so cool. Just attacking some before the match.
Yeah.
And kind of get some good buzz for the pay-per-view.
Yeah. Did a really good job. Unfortunately, so we guessed correct on everything. The only thing we couldn't really get a win on was the Jericho match because it was.
So doesn't Gravity technically win?
No, the match was thrown out. It never started.
Thrown out. It was a.
Yeah, I guess if you don't ring the bell and you're tagging before the bell, it's not really.
Yeah, you can't win a match that never was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Big Boom AJ's match tonight. I thought that was a good match. I really enjoyed it. That's the only pre-show match I watched.
Now, Tiffany, have you tried these Costco cookies they're talking about?
No, I have not, unfortunately.
We need to get a sample of these on the show, right? So I can see what people think of them.
Okay. I think my mom and dad have a Costco membership.
Yeah, I do too, but mine is like an hour away.
So if you're ever there, just buy some Costco cookies, Jeff.
Yeah, drive the hour.
Maybe I'll get one next time.
So let's start the show with the first match of the main program. We're talking about Hangman Page. We're talking about MJF. This is how you open a pay-per-view. I want to talk really quickly about I think Hangman Page went and got a haircut. It looks really weird. It almost looks like a really bad B-movie wig. Like, it looked horrible.
Listen, anything is better than Adam Copeland's hair.
That is true. Adam Copeland's hair looks like he's stuck.
He's got the mullet and he's got the frizz. Like, it's horrible.
This was my lock of the night, was Hangman Page. The match overall was actually really good. I thought it would be a little bit more violent than what it was, but it legitimately showed that MJF is a top guy. I mean, the number of buckshot lariats this guy took is insurmountable. It's ridiculous. I lost count after 5. So Canada Dry, your thoughts. By the way, let's do the winners here really quickly. Canada Dry and the JFB both picked Hangman Page. Crazy Joe picked MJF. Crazy Joe lost.
Oh, yikes!
Yeah, that's starting off really good.
And who did you? We'll see if Tiffany's going to be honest with us. Who did you pick for this one?
MJF.
Oh,
I did. I almost changed the Hangman, but everybody in the chat was just like MJF. I'm like,
you know what
it's group
I don't
thing,
know.
right?
Like like
You don't
Scott
listen to-
Cater made a point. It's just like,
You don't listen to the voices. You listen to the heart. That's how you predict. You predict from the heart. You don't predict from the voices. The voices in my head are mostly German, and it's an elderly man screaming at me, and I don't understand what he's saying because it's German. But
the part I really liked was the acting by MJF.
Yeah.
Just like him saying, like, what is so special about him? What about me? Like, why am I like he's in this inferiority complex that he has.
Yeah.
It's just like his worst enemy.
Yep.
Anything good will be ripped out of his life because he doesn't actually believe he's good enough for it.
There you go.
And I love the psychology of it all. It's like,
yeah,
he was a good person once, and just like people treated him badly, and so he became that.
Yeah.
So good for Hangman. He's still on fire. He's still trending up. So yeah, it was a good match.
Yeah.
Let's rate these matches as we go as well.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna rate this. I'm gonna rate this out of 5 stars. I'm gonna give this a 4 stars.
Okay. All right, Luna, it's your turn.
Joe, see if you can find the ratings on this on where Isaac was looking.
I enjoyed this match. It was really good. I also agree that it was 4 rating.
Okay. Joe.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match. It was fun. It's just you have the emotion, and like, I guess my only problem is this a one and done thing, because the good guy won. I don't know where you go from here to extend this to get another match, unless MJF is bringing in somebody to just start beating down Paige. I just don't know where it goes next, and I feel like that's a letdown, because I feel like there's more that could have been done with this than just hopefully this one match.
I feel like we're in for a lot of one and dones with MJF until his acting obligations are done, because you got to remember too, I mean, he'll probably have there you go. He'll probably have about 2 or 3 months of post-production on it. Then he'll have to go back out on tour and do the media tour and all that other stuff. So I don't know if we're going to get long-term storytelling with MJF anytime soon. Which
I would have liked to have seen Jeff Jarrett just kind of be involved in Hangman winning.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah,
I actually would like to have seen that because of course I always love to see.
Well, the problem with having Jeff Jarrett on the show is you have to give him a month's notice, because he's at the Sizzler at 4:00 for dinner.
Yep.
He's back home by 7:30 he has a whiskey. 8:00 he's in bed. He's up at 9 a.m. That's how he works. That's Jeff Jarrett's MO.
Well, it's too bad it isn't me at dinner with him.
You gotta give him a month's notice. Gotta shake him. Let him know, hey, in a month you're gonna have to stay up past 7:30, my friend. Joe, what was your?
I already my thoughts, but my grade is I'll give it like 4.25 stars. I really enjoyed this match. A great way to start the show.
I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the sniveling MJF as opposed to the bitter heel MJF. It was a really good way to start the show. I'm going to give it a 3.75. I thought it was a great way to open the show. I would have preferred it to be a little bit more violent, but you got to realize too, you're under constraints with MJF. You're not going to cut him wide open because he's still filming a movie, so you got to kind of keep him somewhat looking the same. So,
Joe, where did Isaacs get that from before? Was that Cage Match?
I got Bleacher Report scores up.
Okay.
What did they give it?
Bleacher Report gave this an A.
Okay.
So
should we switch to letters instead?
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
interesting is they graded the pre-show matches.
Ooh.
And you guys want to guess what Bleacher Report gave the trios match? Since it's the only one that all of us watched.
I don't know what.
No guess.
What's
Just
that?
tell us.
Bleacher Report gave it a D.
Oh!
Did they grade the Jericho thing?
What was that?
Did they grade the Jericho thing?
Yeah, they gave that a B.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go to our the WTBS. Let's go to the TBS title. We're talking about the challenger Momo Watanabe from Stardom. She's going to be taking on your reigning, defending CEO, Mercedes Moné. Let's go to Canada Dry. Canada Dry, your thoughts on this match?
I really enjoyed this. I feel like, it's good for what it was, but I want to see her against AEW talent, as I mentioned on the previous show. That being said, I'm giving this a B plus, and I think I'm really getting into Mercedes Money's matches.
Okay. What do you think, Luna?
I actually enjoyed this match a lot. I like Momo. I have seen her wrestle before in the past.
She looks like a softball player. What grade are you giving this?
And I give it a B plus. Mercedes, she has a hit and miss a lot, but this was definitely a hit. And she has been putting on some hits recently to me.
Yeah.
I've been a kind of an on and off Mercedes fan ever since she started in NXT and that, because she, kind of, that was horrible. But then again, she comes back with a banger, so
Yeah.
So I got to give her credit where credit is due.
So Ayaka goes, giving Shane a D minus, but then Shane goes, but don't you want the Elite D?
Oh, good Lord.
No one wants that, Shane. Get over yourself, buddy.
Joe.
Yeah, this is another good match. Like, it felt more like they definitely drew on some of the Japanese that I wanted to see, because it wasn't just high flying. It was a lot of grappling, a lot of chops, there was some good meteors like we talked about earlier. Both of them hit really nice ones.
Yeah.
I mean, this outcome was never in doubt. Like, I think I gave this 9 confidence points on the league.
Yeah,
so
I did too.
Yeah, I think I'm with you guys. Like, B plus. This was not a bad. There's not one bad match on this card.
Yeah.
So
the three of us picked Mercedes Moné to win, so we all won. We got points on that.
Me too.
It was a Japanese match that it needed to be, and I had no problem with that. There were a couple of botches here and there. I will say this. For the first time in a very long time, I actually enjoyed watching a Mercedes Moné match. It was an actual decent match from top to bottom. But yeah, I'm going to give it a B. I thought that, I kind of agree with Aaron. I think it would have been a lot higher had she been fighting an AEW wrestler instead of Momo Watanabe. Nothing against Momo. She looked fantastic.
That's a one-off.
She's always incredible talent. I watch Stardom.
Yeah.
Not like religiously or anything, but whenever I get a chance. Yeah. And I like watching Momo. Momo's been one of my favorite wrestlers.
What did Bleacher Report give this?
Bleacher Report gave this a B minus.
Okay. Did we all give it B pluses?
I gave it a B.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to our next match. Number one contenders match. You get Swerve Strickland coming up against Ricochet. Both Joe and the JFB picked Ricochet to win. We unfortunately did not score points on this. This was
Disclaimer, I didn't take disclaimer.
Yeah.
I took Swerve in the league.
Okay.
I also chose Swerve in the league. And Mercedes.
This was
So I got points.
This was Canada Dry's lock of the night. So
This made someone very rich tonight.
yeah, he made somebody very rich. The guy that was like, I'm signing the deed right now. That guy's moving into a brand new McMansion. He's gonna have his
You're
own
welcome.
Yeah, he's gonna have his own Taco Bell, selling Catalina or Cantina chicken or whatever the hell they're calling it. Anyway,
You know, if Tiff eats the Taco Bell, she
Yep.
might be able to make a bowel movement later.
that's true.
She has problems pooping.
There you go. All right, Canada Dry, your thoughts on this match?
Oh
Will
my
you be quiet,
goodness.
Canada? I hear you.
I'm trying to do a review. Shh. Swerve and Ricochet, the storytelling in this was great. The wrestling with this was great. You know, everyone talks about Randy Orton and Okada's dropkick.
Yeah,
Swerve gave the best dropkick I've ever seen tonight.
yeah,
Right in the face.
yep. Right in the mouth.
And I loved every bit of this. The little tease that Swerve and Prince Nana are breaking up.
Yeah.
And gives him the finger after he accidentally pushes him.
Yeah.
And I love this little bit because you're like, is this what this is about? And that means Swerve's going to lose?
Yeah.
And I thought it was amazing.
All right.
And I give this an A.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to Luna.
Yeah, it was an awesome match. Let me explain the robe too. I've already said the robe in the main chat but if you don't know, that robe belonged to Jimmy Rave, who was an indie wrestler who also wrestled in Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
And he was part of the embassy. And unfortunately, he passed away. And that robe means a lot to them. I get the teary-eyed thing whenever I see that robe, and I miss Jimmy. I watched Jimmy wrestle quite a bit. And, yeah, it was an amazing match.
Yeah.
Loved it.
What do you grade it?
And I graded an A.
All right.
The other little cool thing I liked was Swerve gets down on one knee to hand him the robe.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
I thought Nana was going to punch him.
Yeah.
I thought Nana was still going to turn.
And
at the
then,
end
you
of
know
the
what?
match.
When Nana was jumping, I thought Swerve was going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. There were so many times where I thought the turn was coming, like when Swerve was in the corner getting ready to hit hit his last house call, and you just see Nana just laying there on the apron. I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Oh,
that's why it's great storytelling because they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I love this match. Good Lord, I thought freaking Swerve died when he freaking dove through the ropes and Ricochet caught him and dropped him right on his head like that Death Valley driver. Oh my god. Yeah.
Trick died to wear this robe, she'd trip on it.
Oh, Shane. Come on. Yeah, nice.
This was I love this match. I don't have one complaint about it. I don't know why you all said an A. To me, this is an A+ match.
Yeah.
It had story. It had everything you want in a professional wrestling match. It had.
You know how much I love Swerve. It seems like if I go A+, then I'm just being a mark.
Okay, then be a mark. We're wrestling fans. That's what marks are.
Yeah.
Like people throw around.
Am I allowed to change it, guys? Am I allowed to do this?
People throw around these terms like, "Oh, you're a mark." Yeah, well, fuck you. I'm a
okay. I'm A+
fan.
then.
All right. All right.
I have another comment about the match. I think that they should have called this a Jimmy Rave memorial match and dedicated it. And you know,
That takes away from the story.
They could have put a little bit of a tribute video package or something.
Yeah, they
for him.
Yeah, I mean they didn't do.
They should have. I felt
they didn't do any background story, any justice whatsoever. They just kind of left it like, oh
yeah, it was kind of for the insiders to know, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
You didn't know, you didn't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people know the importance of that robe,
Look,
but the general audience doesn't. You need to explain that stuff, you know.
This pay-per-view was 4 hours and 10 minutes long, guys. We didn't need an extra video package for the robe.
Yeah, but it was like the robe belonged to someone who passed away.
They don't need it. They've explained it on Dynamite multiple times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not my fault if you only listen to commentary on the weekly TV
But I don't
show.
think they explained it on the show about Rave.
No.
They didn't use his name.
No, they didn't use his name.
Pretty sure they did. Maybe.
But 4 hours and did you say 9? And how long was it?
I don't know. I just threw out. I know it was over 4 hours because it ran past the midnight mark.
Yeah.
So 4 hours isn't bad actually.
No. It's a really good
I think we got like a 5-hour pay-per-view before.
Dude, I remember watching WrestleMania and it being 8 hours long. So
Oh
4
yeah,
hours is
back
nothing.
in the day they were just like keep going.
That ironically, that's the next year they went to 2 nights.
Yeah.
Did you know at one point they were basing it on whatever the number was? So that's how many hours they would do.
Yeah.
The early days.
Okay. Well, I thought Ricochet and Swerve was an amazing match. To me, it's an A+. I don't think it's a grudge match. The number one contender bullshit didn't really matter. It's two guys that don't like each other going at it, and these guys have a long storied history. Goes back even further than Lucha Underground. I mean, it goes back further than that. So to see these two guys kind of, they know how to dance together. You watched it.
And didn't they tribute the Kill Shot character in the intro?
Yeah.
The little target on Swerve?
Yeah.
I will say, I also loved the Craven the Hunter inspired gear that he was wearing. It was awesome.
Yeah. Because God knows that movie was not awesome.
No, but Craven is a nice character. Sony doesn't know how to do.
You can't have Craven without Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's a villain.
All right, let's go to our next match. Oh, wait. So what did Bleacher Report give?
An A.
Oh, Bleacher Report.
Not an A. I almost
did. All right, let's go to our next match. It's Okada, your Continental Champion, taking on the hometown boy, Brody King. Brody King's from Van Nuys, which is not that far from L.A. So this was Joe's lock of the night. He got that correct. Canada Dry got it correct. JP did not get this correct. Went out on a limb because he loves Brody King, and Matt paid for it. It's all right, though. It's okay.
You can't pick against your best friend. I mean, what kind of friend would you be?
No. Last thing I need is Brody King showing up at my door going, whoop, whoop, whoop.
He just does a cannonball through your door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He gives you a body shot into the corner.
Canada, got your thoughts on this match?
I thought it was good. Brody King looked like a beast. Some of those moves that he did into the imagine that guy just crashing in on you. Like those full body weight.
Oh God, no.
I'd be like broken. I loved it. Good on Brody King. Okada looked phenomenal as always.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm giving this one a B+.
Okay. Luna.
I'm giving it a B. And I thought it was pretty good. Guess I kind of felt it like at that point of the show, I kind of needed a small little right. So I was kind of in and out, but from what I seen, it was good.
All right, Joe, what do you think?
I've seen better Okada matches.
Yeah.
I've seen better Brody matches. These
Yeah.
two didn't go together as well as I thought they would. That said, it was a good match. I wouldn't mind seeing Brody branch off into like the TNT title.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think he would benefit hugely in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this match a B. I think, like I said, no bad matches on the card.
Yeah.
It's just when Okada's in a match, I kind of have higher expectations.
Yeah.
And it didn't quite hit them for me.
Yeah.
I felt less.
And they had to
entertaining.
follow Swerve and Ricochet.
Yeah, I think that's part of the problem too. It's hard to follow a match like Swerve and Ricochet.
Yeah.
I felt it was less entertaining than any other Okada match to me. So
This is what we call in the business a cleanser. It cleanses your palate. And that's what this was. It wasn't meant to be a banger. It wasn't meant to be like the stealing of the show. It wasn't never. It's meant to give the audience a chance
to breathe
down a little bit because you just saw an amazing Swerve match. You're crescendoed. Now you got to bring them back down a little bit because that's the key to drama is getting them up and bringing them back down and getting them back up again. That's how you work a crowd. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a B-. It was a good Okada match, but like Joe said, I've seen better Okada matches. I've seen better Brody King matches in PWG when he was a nobody than I saw from this match. So I'm gonna give it a B-. What did Bleacher Report say?
C+.
Oh, we were being generous.
Wow. Woo! Man, Bleacher Report. Going for the jugular. Let's go to our next match. We're talking about tag team championship matches. We have the number one contenders, the Outrunners, the Gimmick versus the Hurt Syndicate, your champions. Cam Nujahara, you go first.
I found this interesting that they didn't want to bring the murder machines in here. And I guess they didn't want him to lose this big match right away.
Yeah.
Save this for another time. Because the Outrunners were good at certain points, but they were never a threat.
Yeah, that's correct.
So it did show off how good the Hurt Syndicate really are as a tag team. I don't know if legitimately if this was real, no one would be able to beat them.
No.
So I'm giving this one a B.
Okay. Luna.
it was a good match, but I don't think I was that entertained watching it. I'm gonna have to give it a C.
Yeah.
But it was solid.
Okay.
The Outrunners are
Same thing with your
entertaining.
fault.
Are entertaining, but I've seen them be more entertaining, in other matches. This was probably my lowest match of the night.
Okay.
Would you give it a C?
Yeah, she gave it a C. Joe.
I think this match was too long. I think the beginning of the match was great. You had the Outrunners come out like a ball of fire.
Yeah.
And then what should have happened, you should have had MVP say, "What the fuck are you two doing? Get in there, end this." And then 2 minutes later, the match should have been over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think you really need to establish the Hurt Syndicate as these monsters.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it still gives the Outrunners a story to build back up.
Yeah.
To what I imagine most people in AEW want to see, which is the youngest world champions in history, the Outrunners.
Yeah.
But that said, giving this a B.
Okay.
But did Rocky get his ass kicked the first match?
Yeah.
Like he didn't he go to like 12 rounds and he lost?
Yeah, it was
Not
a
12
decision.
rounds,
Yeah, it was a decision for Apollo.
I mean, this should have been like a third round TKO, is what it should have been.
I mean, I can't disagree with Joe. This should have been a squash match. I was actually bored with this match. I think what should happen is that they should have been like cats playing with their food, and then MVP should have said, "Knock it off," and then they go in, and seconds later they destroy the hell out of the Outrunners. So I'm going to give it a C as well. I didn't think it was really that great of a match. It didn't showcase the Hurt Syndicate as the end-all, be-all tag team champions of AEW. So
what did I give it? Did I give it a C plus?
No, C. It's flat out C.
No, what did I give it?
C plus.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report gave it a C minus.
Oh, see, we were pretty close.
I started to lose focus.
I should notate that Canada Dry, JFB, and Joe, all three of us picked the Hurt Syndicate to win, so we all got points.
Me too.
There you go. See, 4 for 4. Let's go to our next match. It's the Hollywood ending match. Anything
this would be amazing, Jeff.
Would you guys please knock it off with that?
Okay.
You guys are driving me nuts.
Last poop joke for the night.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about Timeless Tony Storm taking on Mariah May in a match to end all matches. Falls count anywhere match, no disqualifications. Both Canada, all three of us, Canada Dry, the JFB, and Joe, all picked Timeless Tony Storm to win. We all scored points. Timeless Tony Storm did win, but Canada Dry, take us through the match.
This was amazing. Okay, so my first thoughts when Mariah May is coming out, she looks hot in this white outfit.
Yeah.
But I then clue in, this is because there's going to be blood and they want her to be covered in it.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a really nice touch. So when you have matches like this, it's really easy. Not really, but it's easier to tell a wrestling story because it's like a prop comic, right? You have these things and you get off it's an easier thing to do than have a story during a technical wrestling match.
Yeah.
It's set up. But that being said, it was still really cool. Yeah. I like the Luther bump as well.
Yeah, I did too. I enjoyed it.
I'm just glad Mariah didn't seriously hurt herself when she slipped doing that.
When Luther went over the table, the referee had to check to make sure he wasn't over the edge.
Yeah.
But I noticed when there was the bomb onto the table.
Yeah,
they did it slow-mo. Tony Storm was making sure that her head was up.
Yeah,
I thought that's so a nice little notice.
Yep.
But it was great, and I'm also giving this an A.
Okay. Luna.
This was my favorite match of the entire night.
Well, save it for the end here, Tiff.
I give it an A plus.
Yeah.
Tony Storm. I have watched her for almost, if not almost a whole decade now. I have been a Tony Storm fan. I watched her pre-WWE. I watched her in the UK indie scenes.
Yeah.
And she has been one of my favorite talents over this whole time, and I thought that she was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. All right.
And I absolutely love this match. It was getting scary. Oh, I'm sorry about the dogs.
That's all
my-
good.
Oh my God! It's a fucking
Sounds like they
tag.
were in like a steel cage match or something.
What do you think, Joe?
Another freaking banger match. I know a lot of people will complain about like, oh, it's too much hardcore, it's too much blood. But no, looking at this story, there's no better fitting ending to this than what we saw tonight.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the blood, like that's how this whole thing started. If you all remember back, the shoe busting open
Yep.
Tony Storm and it just the crimson mask, and we got a call back to it tonight. Like it's and on top of that, they actually used the stipulation. The match ended not in the ring.
Yep.
Just for that, like it gets an A+ for me because they actually used the damn stipulation properly.
There you go. You all make great points. But anytime that you can incorporate the movie Bloodsport into a wrestling match, you automatically get an A++, not just an A+, an A++. Wrapping tape around you, dipping it into a bucket of glass and punching each other is awesome.
It was brutal. It was getting scary with all that blood, and I was just like in the fashion chat. I'm like, maybe they just should just get them out of here before one of them collapse.
I will say, and the best part of that is if you, I don't know who you're paying attention to, but when Mariah May puts her fist in the bucket, you can hear her screaming, like from the pain of the glass. Like, it's great.
Hell yeah! What did Bleacher Report give it?
A+.
Oh, of course they did, because they're just like us. Awesome. Let's go to our next match. We're going to be talking about Takeshita. We're going to be talking about Omega. This is for the International Championship. Both Canada Dry, JFB, and Joe picked Kenny Omega to defeat Takeshita and become the brand new AEW International Champion. And as if we were Nostradamus, we predicted correctly. Kenny Omega is your new international champion. It's funny. There's this show called How I Met Your Mother, and there's an episode where Barney and Ted get detained at the airport because they're trying to pick up women, and they're asking Barney when he's like, I'm an international businessman on an international business trip. And so anytime I hear international, that's the first thing I think of is I am an international businessman doing international.
There's a hockey team that's regularly featured on that show.
Yes.
The Vancouver Canucks.
The Vancouver Canucks, because that's where Robin Sparkles is from. She is from Vancouver. I
also picked Omega.
Canada Dry, you go first.
This match kicked some serious ass.
Yeah.
I loved it. Everything about it. Kenny Omega, the best bout machine. The storytelling of working on the gut.
Yeah.
There's some scary moments when I thought they were going to have him land on the opened table.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were going to do that. I was like, oh, what are they doing? But that's the story. They're trying to make you feel it. And they made you feel that way. They did their job.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega, Takeshita, they put on a show.
Yeah.
This is another A+.
Yeah. What do you think, Luna?
Another A+ match to me as well. Happy about Kenny Omega winning. The only part that I had a problem with that it was starting to drag on a little bit, but like it was still fun. Well, I mean, I kind of agree with him, but it was still fun, and I still give it an A+. So,
Joe.
Shame on you. for saying this. How could you watch this match and say it dragged? This match was phenomenal.
It was,
had
but
me
it
on
just
the-
felt like it was going on too long.
It had me on the edge of my seat. I loved it. I love the storytelling with the diverticulitis, although I kind of hope that story starts to go away a bit because it's kind of overdone.
Yeah.
But I love the end. Like, I love the ending, and because one, it protects Takeshita, who's a badass, and he doesn't need to go anywhere. He needs to move up, if anything.
Yeah.
But if you listen to the commentators, like, they covered this so beautifully. They were like, all it takes is a split second of you not hearing the ref count, and all you hear is the roar of the crowd, and you lose a match.
Yep.
So they definitely like Takeshita looked strong even in defeat. They did, like, it was just great, and on top of that, it protects the One Wing Angel because we still haven't seen him hit Takeshita with the One Wing Angel yet. So there's still that later on down the road.
Yep.
And you didn't have to worry about someone trying to kick out of it.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay.
A+.
All right. I'm going to say this. There are the mark of a great wrestler, the mark of a wrestling god is someone who's going to put over someone else and make them a made man or a made woman. And that's Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is not in the pinnacle, the acme, if you will, of his career. He's on the downside of his career. I mean, 2 feet of intestine was taken out. You're not going to wrestle like you did 5 years ago. He wrestled a different style match, and this is the match and style that we're going to see from Kenny Omega. It's not going to be super quick. It's not going to be snap moves.
But it's still really good.
But still freaking awesome. And Kenny Omega did exactly that tonight. He made Takeshita a made man. Takeshita can go anywhere and do anything and be a world champion. And eventually in AEW, he will be a world champion.
We got Corey Hart down here wearing his sunglasses at night.
I know. I feel like I'm in a poker game.
My eyes started to bother me.
At night, so I can.
Like,
So I'm going to give
whatever you do, don't play poker with those glasses. I can see everything.
Yep.
You see the hand?
I'm going to give this match an A+. What did Bleacher report?
A+, of course.
Of course. Let's go to us. You know what? What better way to...
we talked about it before the show. So for the flower shop, where we give our matches of the night, we're not only going to do our match of the night, we're going to give our gold, our silver, and our bronze.
Yeah.
And then our bell rating.
It's going to be hard. There's a lot of good matches tonight.
Great matches. So let's go to a steel cage match. Because what better way to cleanse your palate than to go to a steel cage match with another grudge match. This time it's Will Ospreay. He's taking on Kyle Fletcher. The JFB said Kyle Fletcher was going to win. JFB did the job for you guys.
Now, did you do this in the AFW League too?
No, I didn't. I picked up.
Damn it.
Canada Dry and Joe, they picked it correctly for this match. I'm going to go to Canada Dry first. Go ahead and tell us about what you thought about this match.
This was so good. I feel like this could have used less blood.
Yeah.
Just because the other matches, you had two bloody matches already.
Yeah.
But it served its purpose. I really like. Sorry, I forgot the other big guy who came in the match.
Mark Davis.
Yeah, Mark Davis. I really like his involvement in this. He breaks in the cage. I love everything about that. The other time he gets slammed in the door and he's all bloody too. But the move off the top of the cage.
Yeah.
The
fun.
Yeah.
I was so freaking nervous whenever they do this.
Yeah.
The other one was the Oz cutter off the side of the cage.
Yeah.
It was really cool as well.
Yep.
I'm giving this also another A+.
Okay. Let's go to Luna.
Or maybe go with Joe.
Sorry, I was getting me a sip of drink. This was my second, or maybe even a tie with Tony's match of being my favorite match of the night.
You gotta do this in the flower shop, Tiffany. Come on.
Absolutely a phenomenal match. I give it an A plus. My boy Will won. I picked him. So that was good. That was amazing. I started to get scared a little bit when Mark came in because I was just like, oh well, here's where we lose points.
It's showtime. How's it going?
Not bad. How are you guys doing tonight?
I know it was Wheeler Yuta phoning in there for a second, but
I got some advice to ask, especially
Okay.
Tiffany. Tiffany's this is the main vocal for this question. So I had donairs tonight on rice, but I've been having really bad gas. What is the best way to deal with the bad gas?
No,
What? Like I know you're the poop
Mute
expert
him.
though. You're the
Mute
poop
him.
all right,
expert.
so
Mute him.
Tiffany, just act like a medical professional here, and
Yeah.
I would just straight up say, you got to take some Pepto.
Yeah.
Pepto
Okay.
Bismol is a trusted professional. Been working for me and my family for the last 30 years. Pepto Bismol, give us a sponsorship.
Yeah,
All right.
that's all.
Okay.
Go away,
Tiffany,
Sean.
any thoughts on advice here?
There's this thing when your
I
sink
see you.
gets
Bitch.
clogged up. There's
Yep.
a thing called the Green Goblin, and it's this long cord, and it's got a little spinner thing on the top, and it spins around and it cleans out the clog in your drain. There you go. That's my advice.
Okay, I thought you were talking. That's got to go somewhere else for a second. I was a little bit worried there.
Oh, yeah, I was waiting to put that in the ass.
Just put it down there and just wheel
Ah,
it.
the pain.
I was gonna say, Shane, I know they said Pepto Bismol, but
Yeah.
you should probably do some Beano.
Yeah,
Bina.
that
Ooh.
too.
Yeah.
Beano.
Yep, I agree with Joe.
You're going to go with the Beano with Tiffany?
Yep.
All right.
I got Metamucil, or not Metamucil, but Pepsids. But that's only pills, so maybe I should drink these drink style ones.
Well, you take the Pepsi and shove it straight up your candy ass.
Well, I appreciate the advice tonight. Have a good rest of the show, boys and girls. Take her easy. Love you all.
Talk to you later, Shane.
Bye.
All right, Joe, your
Bye.
thoughts on Osprey.
Another fucking banger match. I thought this was awesome. And you know what's the best thing? I love that AEW it's like, oh, we're going to have matches with stipulations, and we're going to adhere to these match stipulations.
Dossie with his comment of the night, hepatitis be damned.
Must be damned.
AEW, when they have their cage matches,
Yeah.
you don't get to win by climbing over the top or going through the door. You
Yep.
stay your ass in that cage and you get a pin or a submission.
Yep.
I love it.
I do
With that
miss.
said, that fucking Spanish fly had me scared of shit.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
And then
I remember stuff like that being done at NXT with people chanting, "Please don't die," and I was just like, oh my gosh. It's
Well,
like
what's
I
even
felt
worse-
like we should gotten a "Please don't die" chant.
No,
I
but what-
remember them being up there, and I'm like, well, if there's two people that are going to be up there in AEW, probably these two that I want them to do.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but honestly, the worst part about that is if they were a few inches over, they were landing in the freaking thumbtacks.
Yep.
Yeah, that would have hurt like hell.
And oh my god, that Styles clash onto the thumbtacks with freaking Will coming down all his weight on top of Kyle. Oh, that had to hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Rennie's advice for Shane is eat more burritos. I don't think we're going to
There
win.
you go. Just eat more of what got you there in the first place.
Yeah, that'll help.
Here's the dog. Here's the dog. All right. What grade you going to give it?
And real quick, I just want to say, Canada Dry mentioned it, but that fucking Oz cutter off of the side of the, like 3/4 of the way up the freaking cage was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is an A+. Like, it's nice to finally see Will win the big match and get his and for Kyle Fletcher to get this comeuppance that he so richly deserves.
anytime you could do a Styles Clash on a bag full of thumbtacks, it's going to be an A+ in my book. I mean, that match, it was what it needed to be. It was violent. It was angry. It was aggressive. A+ for me. I love that match. It was absolutely amazing.
Quick question for you guys.
Yeah.
Which one's better? This cage match? Swerve and Hangman.
Oh man.
Take out your bias of who your favorite wrestler is.
Well, I'm gonna go with this one because I didn't like the outcome of that match, and I didn't like the brutality of that match. The needles was a bit much for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And also, real quick before we move on to the next match, can I say Will's entrance took us back to the 2010s EDM era?
Yeah.
Not only that, it's like if you got epilepsy, you're gonna have a seizure.
What did Bleacher Report give this match?
Just an A.
Oh, okay. Can't win them all. We enter the main event, the final match. It's always going to be your world championship match. Your challenger, the rated R superstar Sexton Hardcastle, taking on your reigning and defending champion, Jon Moxley, who unfortunately came by himself. No one's alive to tell the story of Jon Moxley.
Jon Moxley, a.k.a. Juiced Up Peter Griffin.
Yeah, and Juiced Up Peter Griffin. Canada, you go first.
I love this match.
Yeah.
The storytelling in this was phenomenal. It started a little slow, but once it started getting going, it was really good.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland was just about to win the title,
and
who cost him?
Christian.
But Christian Cage, who signs the contract, makes it a 3-way.
Yeah.
He puts out Adam Copeland with the kill switch.
Yeah.
And then in comes Jon Moxley and chokes him out.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great storytelling. And not only that, then you have Prince Nana encounter Jon Moxley, and Swerve Strickland jumps off out of nowhere like he's a superhero.
Yeah.
I love this. I'm giving this match an A.
Okay. Luna.
I give it an A-. I thought it was a really solid match, but I think I was just kind of ready for it to wrap up.
Yeah.
But it was still a pretty awesome match, and I was nervous as hell over who was going to win this match because I was torn as hell. Yeah. I started quoting the song Torn in chat just to joke around because I was so torn about this match. And Joe called me and said, "Okay, Natalie."
I said Natalie Imbruglia. I called her by the full name.
Yeah, I know. But this match had me, and I'm so glad that I changed to Moxley.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I still didn't feel good after that. I was still kind of like, oh, my gut is just like, like, oh my gosh, I didn't know which way it was gonna go, but it ended well. I give it an A. I'm not sure about the ending though. It would have probably got an A+.
Yeah. Right. Joe, your thoughts?
This match is a tale of two halves.
Yeah.
The first half, obviously, and realistically needed to serve as the cool down after that cage match.
Yeah.
You needed to give everyone in that arena a chance to come down and relax and catch their breath.
Yeah.
But once this match started picking up, it really picked up. Like, I can't get over freaking Jay White hitting a home run with freaking Copeland's head as the ball. Man, he did not hold back on that shot to the head. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I'm still really curious that Shane came out in that match. You know, I thought he would be done with the Death Riders. I guess not.
Yeah.
Shane didn't come out.
Oh, Wheeler.
Joke.
Is that on purpose?
Yeah, it was a joke. I was making a
Okay,
joke. Yes, I know it's Wheeler Yuta. I was calling him Shane, okay?
Okay, I missed
Shane
it.
L.Y., not Shane McMahon.
No, this match didn't end like I thought it would, because I legitimately thought we were getting a full blown heel turn from Jay White, honestly. Yeah. But with that said, I'm glad Christian lost. I will admit I do like the little details of like Christian getting choked out, but still having the wherewithal to put his hand on Edge to try and get the 3 count. I thought that was a nice little detail.
What did you give it?
An A.
Yeah.
It would be an A-, but Christian losing bumps it up a little bit for me.
I love that ending. The ending saved everyone.
I had no desire. I have no desire to see Christian as champ right now.
Yeah.
If this was 18 months ago, yes. But right now, he's just...
Could this be the thing that reunites them?
Maybe.
I don't see how.
Yeah, I don't know, but...
All I know is
how does this reunite them?
I don't know.
Copeland had the match won, the title won, before Christian pulled the ref out.
Yeah. All I know is this. I was happy and mad. I was happy because we finally got rid of this whole Christian Cage as the number 1 contender with a Money in the Bank contract. It's done. It's over with. Put him in mid-card purgatory for right now until you can figure out what the hell you're going to do. Have him start playing with the ops. That should be entertaining for at least a week.
No, we move him on from the ops.
No.
What needs to happen now is you need Nick Wayne to turn on Christian.
Yeah.
That should be the story for them going forward.
Yeah. I'm happy that they got rid of that storyline. You can't have Christian Cage in 14 different storylines. It's not Days of Our Lives.
He went from 14 to 0.
What I am disappointed in is that we are still in the era of the Death Riders horrible storyline. I don't know if Sexton Hardcastle would have been a decent champ. I don't know. I don't know if Christian would have been a decent champ, or I don't know if they would have been transitional champs. But seeing Swerve going against Moxley though, kind of gives
me hope.
But the match,
I think Swerve's winning it.
Yeah, but the match itself, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought this was a really bad main event. I wanted more from it, and I didn't get anything other than the Christian Cage is no longer in the main event. So I'm going to give it an A-. It was a great wrestling match. It just lacks something. I'm sick of this John Moxley crap.
Yeah,
part of me wanted to hear Flights of the Valkyrie come on, and you just see Danielson walk down the aisle.
Yeah.
I would have lost my shit.
Yeah. I think everybody would have lost their shit. What did Bleacher Report give it for this?
They said, and I quote, "C, and that might be generous."
Oh, they thought it was.
Yeah, I think it might be fair, honestly.
We are entering
an A. How you give it a C?
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I just feel like it, like, that's fair enough. Like,
yeah. Well, let's
go give it an A-.
That's the end of the show. Time to go to the flower shop, which is brought to you by ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all of your Adrian Adonis gear. Normally we do favorite match, favorite segment, number of bells, and then we have a really special thing. Well, we're going to do it this way. Instead of your favorite match, what's your favorite gold, silver, and bronze match, and your rating overall? We're going to do it by the letter because I think Bleacher Report has an overall rating, right?
No, they didn't have one this time.
No, we're not going to go. We're going to go our regular way.
All right, let's go regular bells. Canada Dry, you go first.
I'm going with my gold medal match, and that is Swerve and Ricochet.
Yeah.
This whole feud with Ricochet and Swerve has silenced the critics on Ricochet.
Yeah.
The guy's a star.
Yeah.
And he's actually fairly charismatic, and he could have done this in WWE a long time ago.
Yep. Absolutely.
But they held him back. They wouldn't let him.
Yep.
And they wouldn't let him show his character. And I think this character is great.
Yeah.
And Swerve is your new number one contender. So
yeah.
This is A. And my goal, my silver match is I'm going to give it to Kenny Omega and Katesha.
Okay.
That match was amazing. And my bronze, I'm giving to Will Ospreay and Fletcher. That cage match, hell of a show.
Yeah.
So it was awesome.
All right.
And I'm giving this show my highest rating of all time, 4.99.
All right. Okay. Luna, you're
I can't give you a perfect. It's 4.99. As close as you're going to get.
I think my dog is into something, so if you hear anything, I'm trying to make this quick so I could go stop her, whatever she's doing. I give this show overall an A, and I think
out of 5 bells.
Yeah, I give this show a 5.
Okay.
5 out of 5?
Yeah. It was pretty.
Bob Barkered me. How dare you?
Okay, tell me what the middle thing is again.
So you're going to give your number 1 match of gold, your number 2 match is silver, and your number 3 match of bronze.
Tony to gold, Will a silver, and I think the bronze goes to Kenny.
Okay. Let's go to Joe.
All right, so my bronze match is the Hollywood ending.
Yeah.
My silver is Swerve and Ricochet.
Yeah.
And my gold is the cage match.
Yeah.
Love that cage match. Cage match was awesome. And an honorable mention to Kenny and Takeshita.
Yeah.
They were great too.
Yeah.
And I'm giving this five stars. Like,
okay.
I loved it. Like, when a show leaves me amped and adrenaline pumping, it's a good show. So
yeah. I'm gonna go with my bronze match is gonna be Timeless Tony Storm. All my favorite matches are grudge matches. These are matches that are grudge matches. My match was, of course, Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher in a steel cage. I mean, brutal violence for the sake of violence sucks. But when violence is used to progress the story, it makes more sense. My first match, my gold medal match, is Swerve versus Ricochet. That was just a brilliant match. It solidified. You can't make Swerve a made man. He's already a made man. But I guarantee you that there are promoters everywhere that are banging their heads against a concrete wall going,
Triple H. Sorry.
We had a chance and we couldn't pull the trigger. So out of 5 bells, I give it 5 as well. It was an absolutely
you all Bob Barker me. What the hell?
I know you lowered the score. This would have been a perfect 5 across the board, but no, you had to go 4.99. What's the score, Joe?
4.9975.
There you go. There you go.
I Bob Barkered all of you by doing that.
I almost went 5.1 just to even out.
guys, on behalf of, if you want to get a hold of us, there's multiple ways to do it. All the links are down below. Just click on your keyboard. It sends you right to our locations. You want to get shirts? We got shirts. We got the effing logo shirt. We got Tiff's got her shirt.
Just keep fighting. Hang on.
He's got the Kool-Aid
Keep your shirt on, Tiffany. Jeez.
We got
I'm just
shirts.
showing you.
You go to prowrestlingtees.com
Oh.
/.
on up there.
Go to prowrestlingtees.com /effing wrestling. Get all your effing wrestling gear. On behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of Luna, on behalf of EVB Joe, I am the JFB.
Sometimes in life, stuff knocks you down, and you have a choice to make. You have a choice to stay down, or you have a choice to get back up and use the community, use your church, use your friends, use your family to help you get back up.
Yeah.
Use whatever you have to get back up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need us to be that for you, we will be. We'll help dust you off, pick you up, put one foot in front of the other, raise your fist in the air, put the devil in a sharpshooter, and just keep fighting.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been Tony Schiavone for the All Fan Wrestling Network.
What a girl, hell of a